We've been discussing the social media trend of soft life, the stress-free, worry-free life. You know, Sheila E. talked about the glamorous life, and maybe this is a remix of that, but is it attainable or some variation of it? Living a soft life might involve having a stable income, financial security, and the ability to afford luxuries and conveniences. So when you hear those things, what does that mean for you in the connection to the idea of living the soft life?
See, I'm going to tell you guys, everyone knows, they call me the cheap sister. They really do. I'll spend money on things that I deem important, like where I lay my head.
Yep. Yes.
And how I get to where I'm going.
Yes.
I mean, I have the purses, I have the shoes, but those aren't things that are important to me. Mm-hmm. So if I see something I think is cute, I'll make it so that I can afford that type of lifestyle if it's what I choose.
Yes.
But for me, I'm a jeans and a t-shirt kind of girl. And a purse is a purse is a purse is a purse. I would rather have my monogram on a purse and sell it rather than make somebody else some money by selling their monogram in their name. So, you know, maybe I'm gonna have my own purse coming out, so you can wear some TVs.
Yes, baby. We out here buying $10,000 purses with $2 to put in them.
That's a big negative, soldier.
Yeah, big negative.
I don't understand why you're driving a Bentley and you live in an apartment.
Tell them. Tell them.
But if that works for them, you have it. You know, because that's what you want for your life. But for me, in my eyes,
and,
you know.
And instead, to me, you're someone who is providing items for people to have that soft life. You have your candle brand.
Yes.
Okay, you have a little bit of every. Actually, talk to us about that, what you have currently going on.
I am what I like to call the entrepreneur of the family. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Of course, Bar Chicks, the restaurant, was open for a little over 5 years. It was shut down right before COVID, but we're going to reopen.
Good.
We had a hot sauce brand also called Bar Chicks, a bourbon called Bar Chicks, the Essence candles. There are just quite a few things going on in my life right now.
Yes, we need all that for the soft life. That's how you act luxurious with those items.
Well, because I would like for my money to work for me instead of me working so hard for my money.
Yeah.
Now that brings me to the point of, with the social media, the way it is, so many young people are deciding who they want to be or how they want to be from the images that they see. How would you tell these young people that what you see on social media may not necessarily be as it is?
Right, what you see is not always what you get. Everything that glitters is not always gold. You know, some people there are so fascinated with the celebrity lifestyle, but you don't know what they're really living behind the scenes. They could be broke. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, if you're not in a situation where you get a residual income, you know, you have to make it work for you. You have to take the time out and you have to actually budget your money.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but they just see the glitz and the glamour and they're willing to do anything to get it. But if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah. You know what that makes me think of? Sometimes we'll see celebrities or singers and then they're doing really well. They have a big hit and they completely disappear. And our first thought is, oh, well, they fell off. But some people are going off and desiring to live a private life because they're trying to protect their peace.
Yes.
You know, can you talk a little bit about some of the things that you deal with behind the scenes? Because looking at your life from the outside, I mean, oh, she got it all together. But I'm sure there are things that you have to deal with behind the scenes that aren't as soft and glamorous.
And how do you protect your peace?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, one of the things I have, thank God, I have a great partner. My husband is very supportive of everything that I do. And being able to create a balance. I'm also a mother.
Yes.
You know, and I have two amazing young men. I'm waiting for a grandbaby. She's not pregnant yet, but I'm putting that. You hear that baby just out there. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, yeah. I'm going to sit at the end of the bed for that one. But creating your peace is not allowing yourself to expose yourself in every facet of your life.
Yeah.
And, you know, just because you're in the public eye does not mean you always have to remain public.
Yeah.
And when you talk about the person who wants to do an album or they want to sing and then they seem to exit the scene, maybe that wasn't their passion anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe they fulfilled that particular goal in their lives and they want to do something different. And you can't fault people for that.
Yeah.
And I can't stand when people fault other people for working. Do you remember the gentleman who was on The Cosby Show?
Yeah.
He started working at Trader Joe's. People try to shame him.
Yeah.
For working.
Work is, as long as it's honest work, is good work.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to hurt anybody. He was just trying to pay his bills.
And I think that's the big thing about the soft life is it starts to come to that double-edged sword when it becomes something that it's not. You know, it's really about enjoyment. It's really about self-peace and balance, like we said. And then somehow social media, we get wrapped up in that and we want to be a certain way, but really it's about protecting the peace.
Absolutely.
Well, you get mentally taxed if you try to keep up with everything on social media. But how does it feel to have 1 million+ followers on Instagram?
Well, it's not always amazing because, you know, you have the mean people.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of them are children too, a lot of meanagers. You know, but
I love that word.
but it's absolutely true. And then people, they tend to hide behind the fact that it is social media, because if they come in front of you, they'll never say it to your face.
Yeah.
You know, but then they'll get behind the scenes and they're like, oh, this is your life and this is your life, and they'll try to judge it. But if you're seeing someone's life for only 1 hour a week or X amount of time, you can't judge a situation.
Yeah.
But people can only judge what they see.
Yes.
So when people talk about, oh, I was edited to look this way, or I was edited to look that way, people can only use what you give them. So when people say, oh, I was edited to look that way, don't give it to them.
What do you tell your children about how to maintain themselves when they have a mom who is so popular and so well known?
They don't care. That was a silly sentence. They don't care. But my children are a little older. So my oldest is about to be 28 and my youngest is about to be 26. So they are living their own lives. They have wives and girlfriends. Well, one has a wife, one has a girlfriend, but they're living their own lives as young men now. So they're very protective of me. So they don't like when the mean people come and they troll in your social media pages.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'll say, you know, oh my gosh, what happened to Trina? She got fat. What happened to Trina? She fell off. But you never know what a person is going through.
Yes.
You never know a person's struggle. Say something positive. Uplift them, because you never know what they might need at that point in time in their lives.
Absolutely.
So what I wonder because I love your mom, that she is, what are the sayings she gave to you that you still live by?
I'm going to tell you, you guys need a lot of time for this. I'm going to tell you a very short story.
Get a pen.
It's only going to take about maybe 20 seconds, okay? Okay, maybe a minute. There was a dog, and he was the most beautiful dog in the land. He had an amazing fluffy tail. He would go around, he'd prance around with his tail. Ew, look at me, look at my tail. One day the dog was playing around the train tracks, and he was like, oh, I'm going to just play and just frolic and walk along. Train came, boom, ran over the dog's tail. The dog's like, oh my God, what happened to my tail? I'm no longer the most beautiful in the land. So he said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my tail and I'm gonna put it back on. So the dog goes to find his tail. Next you know, another train comes, boom, runs over and kills the dog. You know what the moral of the story is?
What's the moral?
Don't lose your life over a piece of tail.
I know that's right.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's how we grew up with parables.